Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Angela and today I created this makeup look for you. Kind of started off not really knowing what I wanted to do, but along the way I did this. This look is actually, this eyeshadow look is actually kind of my go-to smoky that I do whenever I want something bougie, but I don't actually want to spend the time. I don't want to commit to fully blending in shadows. So if you guys want to see how I created this look, then just keep on watching. So these are stick-on nails, and I lost one, so we're just gonna ignore this. Alright, so I already did my eyebrows, and then I also primed my skin. For my eyebrows, I use Cabral by Benefit in 6, and then for primer, I used Too Faced Hangover Primer and Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser just in the middle of my face, wherever I have pores. So for today's look, I'm kind of pulling a Brie here. I have no idea what direction I'm going for, so we're just gonna get started and see how it goes. I think I'm gonna start with my foundation first and then do my eyes. For foundation, I'm actually gonna be mixing in two foundations. The first one is the Infallible Pro Glow by L'Oreal, and then the second one is Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin. Because I'm bougie, I actually am gonna use a little mixing plate and mix in the foundation. To apply, I am gonna be using my Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. For concealer, I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape in the color Light Neutral. I'm going to be placing that underneath my eyes and then any other areas where I need to highlight and or conceal. This concealer is really thick, so if you are wanting to try it and you use it for the first time, just be careful. Apply less than you normally would and go from there. I'm actually going to take a little bit of Fair and I'm going to just apply a little bit underneath my eyes. Again, going in with my sponge and gonna blend that all out. Taking the side of the sponge that I use to apply my foundation, I'm actually gonna go over my concealer just to make sure that everything is kind of blended in together. Gonna apply some of that concealer on my eyelids. To blend that out, I'm gonna take e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. I actually really love this brush, so definitely recommend picking it up if you would like. To warm up my face, I'm going to be taking the Wet n Wild Mega Glow makeup stick. This is the contour one. I know they had like a highlighting or a concealing one. This is in the color Where's Walnut. To blend this out, I'm going to be taking the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. I actually use this for foundation typically, but I like it because the bristles on it are really soft and they're not so stiff that they're going to kind of mess up my foundation that I put underneath. It's going to blend it out very nice and smooth without it looking blotchy. Taking the Tarte Smooth Operator Translucent Powder with the Sigma Tailored Highlighting Brush, I'm just going to use that to set underneath my eyes. To set the rest of my face, I'm going to take the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Transforming Powder, wow, in 30 Warm Nude. I'm going to take that in a Real Techniques big fluffy brush. If you watched my other video, you guys already know I love this powder to death. If you haven't picked this up yet, please do so. Oh, it's just so good. I thought you were being dramatic again like you forgot something. Okay. I like my makeup now. I was having a little issue with my skin today and with my makeup, but after this powder, be good, fam. Be good in the hood. So I'm going to take the Airspun powder. This is a naturally neutral with a Sigma Tapered Kabuki. I'm just going to pack that on. I'm not going to do so much, but enough, you know. While everything is kind of baking and being set, I'm gonna bronze up my face, warm up my face. I'm gonna take the e.l.f. bronzer palette. I actually really like this palette, as you can see. I'm gonna take that bronzer with the Real Techniques Dual Fiber Face Brush. I really like using this for bronzer. I'm gonna put it everywhere that I put that contour stick, just to warm up my face a tad bit more. We are actually going to work a little bit on our eyes right now. This is the moment of truth when I decide what direction I'm going. I think I might use the Mario palette and just do kind of my like go-to look that I go for whenever I want to do something a little more extra but not be fully committed. Before I do that though, I'm going to take the Tartelette in Bloom palette, and I'm going to take that color Charmer and just use that to kind of set my lid and to create a nice little base for the rest of my eyeshadow. Usually when I'm kind of on the go and want to just create a look really quickly, but you know, I don't want to just wear false eyelashes, I want to do eyeshadow, what I'll do is I'll take the Mario palette and I will take the color Lula, and I'll just use the brush that it comes with, and I'll take the flatter side and I'll just pack that color on my lid. Now that that's on, I'm going to take the other side of the brush, the more fluffy side, and I'm just going to use it to blend out the edges and blend it up to my crease. I'm going to take a little more on that side actually, and I'm just going to build this into my crease. I'm going to take this crown brush. It doesn't have a name on it, but it's just kind of a small blending brush. I'm going to take Isabel, and I'm just going to place that on my crease to kind of blend out the color but also add a little bit of definition. As always, I'm going to go into a white shade or a cream shade or a nude shade. I'm going to take Charmer and I'm going to use that to just kind of diffuse those colors at the brow bone. And also clean up any messes so that they look even. I'm actually going to go back in with Lula, and I'm going to pack a little bit more of that color on my lid just in case I lost some from blending it. Alright, so now I'm actually going to brush off my bake. Typically I would use my IT Cosmetics Pore Filling Powder to brush it off, but I forgot it. What do you know? So I'm going to take my Tarte Smooth Operator Primer, and I'm going to use that to brush off the baking powder. I'm going to take that in the Sigma Tapered Highlighting Brush. I like this brush because it's kind of really compact. So the bristles are really soft, so it's not going to move any makeup around. Whenever I brush off the baking, I don't actually brush it off. I kind of more so push it into my skin. Almost have like fallout right here, you know? Just taking all the steps necessary to fill in those pores. I'm going to hit you guys with a wing one time, real quick. Actually 2 times because I have 2 eyes. Got jokes. Jokes on deck. This ain't no beauty channel, we got comedy up in here. I'm going to take the Physicians Formula one. This one is in black. Actually, it's an ultra black. But I really love this eyeliner. I think they changed the formula because I remember this being really, really black. So I'm going to take that and I'm just going to do my wing. I guess it turned out blacker than it test it on my hand. Taking the L'Oreal Voluminous Original Mascara, I'm going to take that and apply a full one coat on my lashes. For lashes, as always, I'm going to take the 614s by Salon Perfect, and I'm just going to apply those on real quick. One thing that I always forget to do on camera is I forget to line my upper lash, like my upper rim. I think that's really important if you're going to apply eyelashes, because if I were to look up, you can see that little white line or that little skin tone. So when you do this, not only does it make your lashes kind of look a little more natural, even though we know they're not, but it also kind of thickens your lash line, so it makes them look fuller. It makes their lashes look fuller. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. This is really attractive, I know. I did drag my eyeliner into my inner corners, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take just a darker shadow, and I'm going to use that to set that little area so it doesn't really like bleed too much. Now that that's done and out of the way, I'm going to work on my lower lash line. I'm basically just going to mimic everything that I did on the lid and the crease, and I'm going to do that on my lower lash line. Taking Isabel first with just a kind of a flat blending brush. This is a Sigma E25. It's one of those free ones that you get whenever you place a order. I'm going to take this flat shading brush and I'm going to take Isabel, and I'm also going to place that on there. You know what, I'm actually going to go back to the same brush and take Isabel. Wow, that lower lash line is really like thick. It's thick, like me. So I'm going to take Lash Accelerator by Rimmel, and I'm just going to pack it on my bottom lashes there. So we're zoomed back out, and I'm going to finish the rest of my face. For highlighter, I'm going to use my favorite, Moonstone by Becca. I'm going to take that on a Morphe 218 brush and just apply it, you know, where you typically would apply highlighter. For blush, I'm going to be taking a NYX blush in Terracotta with a Luxie 504 blush brush. I'm going to take the NYX lip liner in Nude Beige to line my lips. For lips, I'm actually really excited. I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip palette. I just got this the other day. I used it once yesterday, and I actually really like it. I'm going to be taking number 8 in the palette, just using the brush that it comes with it. I actually really like it. I like the actual brush. I am literally using the smallest amount of product, and this palette is so pigmented, it's crazy. I wanna kind of brighten up my highlighter a little bit, so I'm gonna take Mary Luminizer by The Balm. I'm gonna put just a little bit on kind of the high point of the cheekbone and blend it out. And I'm gonna take that same color and I'm gonna use it to kind of highlight my brow bone here. Place a little bit on my inner corner. Lastly, I'm going to take the Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray. I ran out of my Fix Plus, so I'm kind of just using this, and it does a pretty good job. Soak yourself in it. And then what I've been doing lately is I've been taking my the sponge, and I've just been pushing in the setting spray. I just feel like it does a really good job this way. It kind of melting in the makeup and setting it a little better. I just like how it kind of turns out after I do this. Love it. Love this stuff. I just really love finishing sprays. They do such a good job of kind of blending in all your makeup together and making it look more natural and just more glowy, more better. Yes, honey, we are done. Let me put my hair down and do this outro real quick. Alrighty, well that is kind of it for the final look. I don't really know where I was going with, but I'm really feeling these eyes. They're just popping. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys like this little quick toot. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I mean, while you're at it, make sure you hit that subscribe button one time. I hope you guys have a good rest of the night. Bye.